is my moment, watch me shine. I'm unstoppable, feel it in my soul. Good vibes only, I'm in control. Turn the music up, let the rhythm roll. I move my body, I'm alive, I glow. Unstoppable, dancing through the fire. Every step higher, taking me higher. Smile so big, can't hold it in. Good vibes, good life, let's begin. Every scar made me wiser. Every tear lit the fire. I don't fear what's ahead.
And I am live, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. I'm sorry. I love you. Please forgive me. Thank you. Hello, everyone. This is Arnett. I am the face behind this personal and business and YouTube page. I'm so grateful to be here, guys. Happy, amazing Sunday. This weekend is so short, guys. But again, I'm really grateful. I'm really grateful. Another beautiful day today, another productive day today, another lots of thinking today, and then yes, it's so much things to do, especially the tax season, and it's I've been preparing also putting all things together for my taxes as well. But anyway, today is the day 18 of this magic book that I have been reading by Rhonda Byrne. This is, there you go, the magic book, right? And today's topic is all about day 18. This is my fifth year of reading this book. And day 18 is the magic to do list. Again, that's something that I'll be talking tonight. But today's been really good. I had like quite a few inquiries in the business. One of them both in and the thing is, like, even though she was not my first opt-in, I she has a lot of questions, and I was able to close that for someone else. See, so that's really because again, oh, you have to have that integrity and honesty in the business. Like if this person really loves the vibration and the frequency, because even though she's been watching you a couple of times, but the business, where business is based on integrity, and even though she wants to work with me, but she is with someone else already. So what I did is to help her understand about the business and was able to close the business for someone else and contacted that someone else to really take good care of this person. So, and it really feels good. That actually my win for today, knowing that she trusted me to, she saw my ad, she asked about my ad and she registered on my website, and I was not the first person that she connected, and I know already that she was with someone else, and then she really trusted me to know more about the business. I was able to explain also the business, and watch videos, and later on she joined and was able to connect her with the right mentor and with the right coach. And the thing is, like, these people know me and I have been also helping that coach as well, right? A coach like me, and was able to support this person that, I know this person, you're I trusted her to take good care of you, even though you wants to work with me. But again, this is the policies. This is the rule in our business community, because we really base this on honesty and integrity. Because once you know the rules, you have to really respect the rules, and then of course there's something more in return. I truly believe that there's something more in return. So again, so if you're watching also, and congratulations for joining our business community. So yeah, so I'm really grateful that you guys, 3 million viewers, are here watching. I'm really grateful that you are here with me tonight, choosing to step into your awareness, growth, and conscious creation, right? Before we begin, I want everyone to slow down with me because this the teachings of Rhonda Byrne we are about to explore cannot be rushed, right? They must be openly received, right? So take a deep breath in and slowly exhale, okay? And let your body settle, let your mind soften, and allow yourself to be fully present right now. So tonight, we're talking about day 18 of the Magic Book by Rhonda Byrne, and it's called the Magic To-Do List, and this is day 18 of the book. And this day is powerful because it bridges two worlds: your inner world of thought and feelings and the outer world of action and results. Okay. And this practice really teaches us that gratitude is not passive, it is active, deliberate, and intentional. And that's the reason why I love being intentional in everything that I'm doing, even though just drinking a cup of coffee, even though just answering inquiries with my leads, right? Like what is my first intention before replying their inquiries, right? It's all about intention. You're not just replying because what you answer their questions, but what's behind that intention. For me, honestly, like before I reply, I set attention. I set attention. I set an intention that these are the people that I want to work with and help them get what they want in life and offer the value of this business that can potentially change their life, right? So that's basically my intention. And also doing this live too, my intention is to really give value and dissect even more the teachings of Rhonda Byrne on this day 18, right? It's not all about reading the book itself, it's all about what you're learning from the book based on Rhonda Byrne's words, right? And what is by dissecting it, also by giving example that I've used in the past that really changed who I am today, right? That's why the core teaching of the day is all about gratitude before taking action. Okay, so Rhonda Byrne really teaches us that when you feel grateful before you do something, the action itself become infused with ease, flow, and support. Because mostly people live their lives reacting. They wake up rushed, they wake up rushed, they wake what else, they rush through task, right? They hope things go well and they feel grateful only after something works out. But day 18 really flips that completely. This practice teaches us to give thanks first before we act, so that the action itself is guided, protected, and you're fully aligned, right? Because gratitude is not reaction to success. Gratitude is a cause of success. So when you say thank you, right, before making a phone call, before attending a meeting, before sending a message to someone else, or before starting your workday, you are aligning your mind with the expectation of harmony, right? That's why you have to say thank you first. And this is something that I have been doing every time I touch the wheel of my car. The wheel, the wheel of my car, and then I know that I'm gonna go pick up my mom, right, from their place to come here in the house. I always say thank you for arriving my destination safe and sound, right? And uh every time I receive a phone call from my boss, I become reactive. And the first thing in mind that comes in mind in the past is like, oh my God, am I in trouble? So those are the things like of course you don't really get a phone call from your manager, right? And all of a sudden you receive a call like, oh my God, am I in trouble? Why is calling me? Something like that's the first thing that comes into mind. And I panic right away. And of course, if you're thinking about the bad news, what are you receiving is all of us the bad news. And I changed that thinking. So every time my boss called me, like, oh, always set a tone. I always send magic dust. Even though before I sit down in my office, I always sending magic dust to my computer, sending magic dust to my laptop, my phone, or sending magic dust to myself. It's itself that today is a great day, uh, and also sending magic dust to this office that I am working on. So you're already setting it a tone before your day start that today is a great day, right? So again, those are the practice that I borrowed from this book that has been really effective for me for years. Like remember, this is my fifth year of reading this book and I have been practicing it. That's why I uh even though I'm not thinking, I already know this. Those become automatic to me. So and become a part of my everyday life, right? So again, once you practice something every single day and and then you have been consistently doing it and it becomes normal to you already. Yeah, so always say thank you before you take actions because it's already done, right? For me, I always live from the end. Always live from the end. Yeah. So again, when you say thank you before making a phone call, maybe reading a book, maybe it's just and we have been doing that or we have been doing that, but we are only picky. We only do things that our parents told us to do. Just like we say thank you for the blessing of the food, right? We always pray right before we eat, but why don't we say become intentional or say thank you before picking up someone else, before replying a messages, before getting up in the morning? Like I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, three in the morning every single day, and the first thing that I do is thank you. Thank you for being alive. Thank you for my perfect health. And thank you, even though my feet also, before my feet touches the carpet or touches the ground, I always say thank you. I'm not waiting for something happen to me and say thank you. No, I always say thank you in advance before I even do anything, right? And here's something also that Earl Nightingale mentioned from the Strangest Secret, and he did mention that we become what we think about most of the time, right? This means that your results are not determined by how busy you are, but what you are conscious of while you are busy, right? Again, this means that your results are not determined by how busy you are, but by what you are conscious of while you are busy. So let's say if you move through your day thinking that this is going to be a bad day, right? I hope this works. What if this goes wrong? Then your actions carry that tension, that resistance, and fear. But when you move through your day with gratitude, with so much gratitude in your heart ahead of time, your conscious awareness shifts to this, that you are supported, that this is unfolding perfectly for me, that everything I need will show up, right? And when your thinking changes, your result must change too. That's why gratitude before taking action is how you direct your thinking deliberately, right? So again, this magic to-do list really, this is really how it works. That Rhonda Byrne explains that the magic to-do this list is so simple yet very transformational. Like she did mention from this book that you have to write your to-do list, right? You write down the things you need or want to do today. Not everything, right? Forever, not sure your entire life, just today, just like what I did, right? I already wrote 6 inspired actions that I will be doing, and this, why? This is six inspired actions I will be doing tomorrow, because of course tomorrow is like really busy for me. Like I wake up early in the morning, do my meditation, lead a morning routine for my team, prepare foods for my kids, right? Like that's why I'm always thinking in advance. At least it lessens the actions that I am doing tomorrow. Or like, oh, wow, this is something that I have to do tomorrow, right? But I already wrote them today. So why? Because this keeps my mind grounded in the present moment where all power exists. I can also do this one early tomorrow, but for me, like, well, I might as do this as well, right? And then step two that she did mention is always add gratitude before each task, right? Next to each item on your list is you have to write the words thank you. Like, but this is so important, guys, because you are not only saying thank you after the task is done, you are saying thank you in advance as if it's already gone well, right? So gratitude first before, right? Act before you're ready. That's what my mentor always said, act before you're ready, because this really trains your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is your emotional mind to expect success uh, rather than brace for struggle, right? And then step three that she did mention is feel it as you read it. So as you read each item, pause and allow yourself to feel gratitude as though the meeting is probably went well smoothly, whatever you wrote, right? And then the conversation probably with your manager or with your team flowed easily, and maybe the task was completed with clarity also. And feeling is the language, because the thing is, once you all of this all once you did all of this, it's really more powerful. That's the reason why Neville Goddard mentioned that feeling is the language of the subconscious mind, right? Once you become emotionally involved of those tasks that you're about to do, right? And then according from Neville, and I keep repeating Neville over here because he always mentioned that assuming the state of mind, assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled. That's why this magic to-do list is exactly that. When you write thank you before an action, you are stepping into the state of completion, not anticipation. Because again, Neville really explained that life rearranges itself based on the state you occupy, you know, and not it's not the effort you apply. So let me repeat that again. He did mention from the book of The Power of Awareness that life arranges itself based on the state you occupy, not the effort you apply. So when you feel gratitude before action, you are saying that I'm already the person for whom this works out. And what's going to happen? The world responds accordingly, right? So, excuse me. And this is something like my mentor, Bob Proctor, mentioned about the paradigm and taking inspired actions, because Bob Proctor really thought that action alone does not create results. It's all about alignment. Alignment action does. Okay. So because many people are so busy but not effective because they are acting from their old paradigms. And what is paradigm? Those are the beliefs that are ingrained in the garden of your subconscious mind. Those are the habitual behavior that you get from other people and become habits, right? You borrowed someone else's belief and that become a habit to you, and then you've been repetitively doing it over and over again. And then what's going to happen? It saves on your subconscious mind, right? So again, so when you use the magic to-do list by Rhonda Byrne, you are actually interrupting the old subconscious patterns. So whatever belief that are no longer serving you, and you are doing this to-do list, right? You are interrupting that patterns. And then also you are also installing a new expectation of ease. You are planting new seeds, right? And also you are retraining your nervous system to operate calmly, because because if you let those belief in control of you, you're and then those are negative beliefs, those are the beliefs that also not serving you, right? And then once you do things um that just like what is that the what's the word, the insanity, if you're doing the same thing over and over again and you're expecting the same results, not gonna work, right? And then once you are doing things uncomfortably and you know that this really creates the lifestyle that you desire, that really brings you, you're operating calmly and clarity. And once you do that, and the expectation of ease is already being installed in within you, right? That's why Bob Proctor said that you don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. And gratitude really is the one that shifts who you are being before you act. And when your being changes, your doing becomes more powerful, right? That's why, for example, I'm gonna give you some example, like a real life stories. Okay, let's bring this into whatever. So let's say if you're about to attend a meeting, or maybe make a sales call, or maybe having a difficult conversation with someone else, or let's say you start your work day at work, and maybe you can show up for your family, right? Instead of thinking, I hope goes well, right? You should be saying thank you for this meeting because it's going smoothly. And then once you do that, you'll notice a shift, something shift in you, that your voice actually like softens, your body relax, your intuition sharpens, and you become more confident. And suddenly solutions appear where stress used to live, right? This is not really a coincidence, this is a consciousness in motion. And that sometimes I got so anxious too, like when I know that my manager will come and visit the branch, and then she will be doing probably a skill practice with me. I feel anxious all the time, because I'm not really used to it. You know, that's where you are disrupting the comfort zone, the subconscious programming that you have. So instead of you thinking about anxious, like oh my god, my boss is coming here again today and do a skill practice to me, or maybe she's gonna be asking so many questions about work, right? How my team are doing, right? And just by thinking about it back then makes me anxious, right? And then I will say like, oh my gosh, I like nowadays, like knowing that she will come probably on Tuesday, for example, I always visualize that the conversation goes really well, right? I always prepare myself. I always see myself that me and her is having a really good conversation with ease, with peace, happy, and I keep visualizing that in my mind too. And also with not only that, with my team, every time I do a huddle meeting with my team, and sometimes, and here's the thing, once I am excited, I stutter. I always stutter every time I get excited. So that's why because I think like I am I want to let that excitement out, right? And then I end up not pronouncing words clearly. I stutter right away. So yeah, so because the thing is like, oh, I'm overthinking too, and then that's why having to train myself to slow down a little bit, and to think, because sometimes again we don't think, we just say what we say, and then we don't even think what we're about to say. That's why I had that moment all the time, and it's still in a work in progress. Right? It's still in a work in progress. So yeah, so why this practice really works, this magical to do this, you know gratitude before action really places you in a receiver mindset, not a struggler mindset. And this is something that I've heard from Earl Nightingale. He really reminds us that disciplined thinking leads to disciplined results, you know. And Bob Proctor also teaches that your paradigm must be shift before outcomes change. And Neville Goddard also mentioned that he shows us that assumptions creates your reality. And now Rhonda Byrne mentioned here on her book that it really gives us a simple daily practice to live in. You know, so when gratitude becomes your way of moving through life every single day, the stress loses its grip. You know, problems feel smaller and opportunities feel natural because you're already thinking thinking yourself, thinking something, thinking what's happening around you, like you already say thank you before you even do something, right? And once you trained your mind to say thank you first before doing anything, and and it becomes automatic to you, then it really makes your life easier, right? So to close this live, it's already 26 minutes, right? So to close this live tonight, I really want to invite you to really stop waiting for things to go right before you feel grateful. Instead, choose gratitude first before you make a phone call, before you attend a meeting, before you do the task, before you even open a laptop, before you even reply to any messages, before even you start the conversation, right? And then once you do that, it's really become uh, an amazing habit that you can borrow from this book. Because it literally creates a ripple effect on your day, not only today, but it's gonna be a part of who you are, right? That's why let's really affirm this together, that thank you for everything unfolding perfectly today, and thank you for guidance and ease and support, and thank you for success before I see it, right? Because when gratitude really leads the way, life responds in kind, right? That's why thank you, thank you, thank you. And of course, this is she really teaches us to write 10 things you're grateful for, right? And you say thank you at the end. That's totally different, because you are writing your gratitude. But once you are doing your task, daily task or to do list, you have to say thank you first before you make a move, right? So always remember that. All right, so that's it for me tonight, everybody. Thank you so much, and I hope you learned something from this book by Rhonda Byrne. And tomorrow I will come back again and talk to you guys the day 19, which is the magical footstep. This is the Einstein way, and I have been doing that for 5 years, 5 years already. Oh, the Einstein way, that he always wake up, when he wake up in the morning, he always say thank you. He say thank you 1,000 times every single day. And this also reminds me about Bruce Lee quote that am not afraid to an opponent practice multiple moves 1,000 times, but I am afraid to an opponent practice one move 1,000 times. So once you practice one move, and that one move is gratitude 1,000 times, you're not even afraid anymore. The fear is slowly to die. The doubt also is slowly to go away, because the one thing, once you practice 1,000 times that gratitude and being thankful before you're doing something, and before after after writing things you're grateful for, my goodness, that become the most beautiful thing that you can do in your life, right? So it's the best move also that can really kill use those unwanted unwanted emotions as well when you practice gratitude every single day. So, again, that's it for me, everybody. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful night. Thank you, and God bless.
This is my moment, watch me shine. I'm unstoppable, feel it in my soul.